Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today another topic we will discuss, that is different computer registers with its size. Normally we use different computer registers, then the register use as our requirement. Suppose we will use register as our requirement, but that should be within certain capacity, because suppose we will consider any register or use any register, if it is beyond of capacity or beyond of its size, that register cannot be cannot retrieve, cannot store some data. Okay, so individual computer registers having individual size. Normally what happens, most of the time common instructions are normally stored in a consecutive memory locations. Okay, and that is executed and those instructions will be executed sequentially at a time. So one after one, that is one at a time, sorry, not at a time all, that is one after one they will execute for individual instruction. But control units, what happens, control units or control unit reads an instruction from a specific address in memory and execute it, and then continues by reading the next instruction in a sequence and execute it. One after one, control unit reads the instruction from instruction memory or instruction register and execute, and next instruction read and execute, like this. This is the basic concept. This type of instruction sequencing needs a counter needs a counter to calculate some address of the next instruction, because some counter is required, how many instructions need to operate or that is need to execute. So certain counter is required whenever we use or execute any kind of instruction. Okay, but sometimes what happens, it depends on the, that is a counter, how many instruction can be counting. So it is also necessary to provide some register in the control unit for storing the instruction code after it is reading from memory. When reading the memory, it is stored in a instruction code, and the computer needs some processor registers for manipulating, and register also holding some memory address. Some what happens, some register also manipulate or operate some data. Some data is stored in register, but some register, that is processor register, accumulator, that is that is manipulate some data or operate some data. The memory unit has some certain capacity. We have already discussed in the last lecture, having for suppose any instruction having some certain words, we can tell as a memory capacity words, like 4096 words for some small instruction with 16 bits. Okay, so some in that, if we go through instruction having 16 bits, then 12 bits of an instruction use or needed for a specific address. Normally we have already discussed in last classes. Okay, last class we have already last lecture we have already discussed. Whenever you go through any that is instruction. Okay, so some case what happens, some cases we can consider which register hold what kind of information or data. Okay, like some data register that holds operand read from memory, because data register means that means data register means read the data or operand. Accumulator register, normally what happens, general purpose processing the register, and some instruction read from memory and placed in the some instruction register. Okay, and some temporary register also there, that is also holding some temporary data during the processing. Okay, so this is the basic concept, but that is if we go through different register then we have to define what kind of registers are there. We define the different register name, or symbolically we also define what is the number of bits are required, and what is corresponding register name, and how it is function, how it is operated. That things we have to analyze today. Now we will discuss one after one. Let us consider DR. DR is the data register. Okay, and its corresponding number of bits, mean data register symbol is DR, but bits is that is 16 bit. Okay, and name, this DR name is a data register. We can tell as a data register. Okay, it is a data register. So what happens? It holds, what is function? It holds memory operand. It holds memory operand. Okay, it holds memory operand. So similarly, different registers are there. It functions also different, and its size also different. Similarly, another AR means address register. It keeps, that is 12 bits. Okay, this address register keeps 12 bits, because this address register, one kind of concept is there. It holds 12 bits. I will tell you. Okay, so address register contains 12 bits, and we can tell as it is a address register. Address register. Okay, it holds what? Address. It holds address for memory. Okay, it holds address for memory. Similarly, if we go through SC, which is very important, SC. Okay, it contains 16 bit, and the name is accumulator. Accumulator. Actually, it is a processor register. Okay, it is a processor register processing many work or different data. It is processed for operation. Okay, and we can, if we function, we can tell as a processor register. Okay, we can tell as a processor register. Similarly, other also you can see. Similarly, other also. What is other? You see, here is a after SC IR. You can tell IR. IR means instruction register having 16. Instruction register definitely once instruction means it is 16. We have already know. So we can tell as a instruction. Okay, register. Instruction register. We have already discussed this instruction register having 16 bits. Okay, it holds what? It holds instruction code. Okay, instruction code. It holds instruction code. Similarly, next is a PC. PC is program counter. It contains 12 bits, and the name is a program counter. Okay, program counter, and holds address of instruction. It holds address of instruction. Okay, address of instruction. Similarly, TR. TR is temporary register. It contains 16. We can tell as a temporary register. Okay, and holds temporary data. What it holds? Very simply, it holds temporary data. It holds temporary data. Similarly, another is we can tell that is here we write input INP. Actually, INP are 8 bit. Okay, that is input register and holds input character. Okay, and another similarly, if we go through, that is it is input. Similarly, another also we can write that is output. OUT output register. Here is similarly 8. We can write output register and it holds. Okay, it holds what? Output character. Output character. Okay, that means you see, if you analyze all things, then you can find out different registers, what purpose use. Okay, for example, input register having 8 bit. Okay, define 8 bit because it holds only input characters. There is no operation, nothing. It receive data from input device. So for the reason it needs only 8 bits. 8 bits data is required. Similarly, output register, that is it holds output character and that is it will display through output device. So there is no operation through input output. Okay, operation only that is receiving data and display data. So there is no required huge amount number of or as per the other that is bits or size of the other register. That kind of a size is not required. These are the basic concept. So if we go through temporary means definitely you store different data. Storage point of view, it needs more size. So it is 16. PC counter only counting the instruction. How many number of instruction? One after one. Only count. For the reason it is 12 bits. Instruction register we have already discussed. It contains minimum is 16 bits. SC counter it should be 16 because what happens? It operate any kind of operation, addition, subtraction, something again store in itself. So definitely it needs 16 bits. Okay, address register only address the register. We have already discussed the part of the instruction, that is 12 bits. Data register, since it contains a different data, so more number of bits are required. So it contains data register because some data access from memory. Sometimes what happens, data not directly access direct address. So different areas data are available. So it contains 16 bits. So in this way, different registers having different size and it used for a different purpose. I hope all of you understand this register or a different computer registers with its size when it is necessary to implement or use for a different purpose, then which register is needed for what purpose. Okay, very simple way. So different register, its function is different, not same. Because it is same, there is no name of that and there is no other name of a register. So each individual register having that is specific functions, they will do that specific functions as as per the instruction given to the register. Okay, so this is the basic concept of different computer registers. I hope all of you understand. Only the it is very simple concept. The that is a memory exercise, like how many bits are required for different registers and what is the function. That point of view, this particular topic I took and explained accordingly. Okay, thanks to all to watch my videos. Please, if any comments, please comment me and subscribe my channel. Okay, thanks to all.